So we're pretty much just going to go over how following my rules led me to lose out on about 8R today. Well, yesterday, technically speaking, but yeah. And the reason why I followed my rules, or the reason why I missed it, was specifically because yesterday Powell was going to speak, same as today, so I didn't trade today. So whenever Powell speaks, market tends to chop before he speaks, or even chop afterwards too, after it makes a giant move. Yesterday, in fact, was very chill. So I actually saw many opportunities. I just didn't take any because I know my rules. So I just left it as a forward test and never got the chance to take these trades. So what we knew coming into the day, as we've known for a while now, because I'm sure you guys see the other videos, GJ is bullish as hell. It just wants to rip higher. You can tell. Daily's just going higher and higher. And when GJ goes, it just tends to just rip nonstop. The 4-hour is also bullish, right? We can tell 4-hour bullish structure. And then the 1-hour, similarly, is also bullish. So you have daily, 4-hour, 1-hour. And then I'm like, okay, coming into New York, I'm just trying to catch longs at this point. What do I check for? The 15-minute. That's also bullish. Every single time frame except for the 5 at that point, which I hadn't confirmed just yet, was bullish. And I'm thinking in my head, show me a bearish invalidation, show me a bearish move, and let's invalidate that, and I'll enter on the invalidation because every single time frame is saying we're going higher. Why would this be the point at which we stop? There's nothing. Liquidity is resting all the way above here. So even if we wanted to flip back, the smartest area to do it off would be this high, right? So at that point, I'm just thinking, okay, let me find this bearish order flow for a little bit of time, and then trade its invalidation, because this is just all going to be used up as liquidity to just keep on going higher. What happens? We break structure externally, then we go ahead and break it internally on the bearish side, right? At which point I'm thinking, okay, show me exactly what you want to do, and let's take advantage of this move, right? And what's that? I start to look for invalidations of that new made 5-minute break of structure. I look at the low time frames PDRAs to see them get invalidated, so I can build that thesis that allows me to enter the trade accepting or expecting a bullish break of structure onto the upside on the 5-minute. What is that? There's this fair value gap, obviously, but we've been filling every single other supply zone / lower time frame order block that we've been making. What happens here? We get this retracement back into OTE. And guess what happens though? We come in, make a nice little reaction. Nothing though. Instead, we actually see a move back up to the upside and break structure. At which point I'm thinking, okay, would this be a fair bet to bet on the invalidation of this fair value gap based off of the invalidation of OTE, 61.8 retracements, and a bullish break of structure while maintaining 15, 1-hour, daily, and 4-hour structure? I'm just betting that the 5-minute's going to flip and the 1-minute's already bullish. And we've invalidated half of the structure points available. That's a good bet to me. I obviously didn't take this trade, but I wanted to so bad. And I was just looking at it. I was just like, we're just going to target the usual 1 to 4 hour, something like that, and just let that thing go. And it performed very well. I mean, honestly, I probably would have considered pulling it all the way until here, most likely. And this was not stopped out. It just looks like it was this candle never went here. But at that point, I had just said, cool, I can't take this. It goes against my rules. Then I saw another trade. I'd seen the buildup because I knew that Powell speaks at 9:30. So I was like, or about 9:30, I think. And I was like, okay, I also knew that it was New York session open. That was really the main thing. But I didn't know exactly when Powell spoke, but it was around that time, I believe. So I just saw this buildup of liquidity right here, right? Only to mitigate that premium discount area and order block that we had here so that we could head on higher, ultimately adding all the buyers early, taking them out, inducing more sellers so that we can just fuel a move to go even higher. At that point, I saw this entire move. I saw this too, and I said, okay, when can I enter? I'd like to see at least the invalidation of this fair value gap. I saw it right here, and then I was like, the limit order would just be in the imbalance made between the two right here. This would have also made another 4R. I saw all of this. We had take profit. It just took a little bit of time.